Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios, this is the ACC SportsBook, powered by the TAB.
The ACC SportsBook, thanks to the TAB.
G'day, Karl. Welcome along. Big week for us. Chasing the Fox tomorrow.
Huge.
Yeah, it gets bigger every year, doesn't it?
It does. I'm very excited. I'm also very excited to be back in studio. I love it in here.
Yeah, it's like a teenage boy's bedroom in here. It smells like a teenage boy's bedroom, and it's got a similar vibe to it. But yeah, big day tomorrow from 7 o'clock on TV1. For those punters who aren't going along, live coverage. It's myself and Mania on commentary, and we've got support, luckily, from Tony Street and Pax Asadi. So
nice. How are you feeling about it all?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. We did have a meeting at TVNZ, covered off a few things, Karl. You know, bit of pass ag there, left and right, but that's all in the past now. So I'm sure it'll be fine. It's going into Australia and globally through DAZN now, so that's going to be interesting.
Huge.
Yeah, huge opportunity for us that will no doubt turn a victory into a loss.
Two questions. If you give yourself some odds on, one, next year still being in the commentary team.
Yep.
Two, all 6 holes being televised and you commentating all 6 holes.
Ooh.
Probably start with number 2 first.
Okay. Odds for us commentating again next year, I would put it at about $15.
Okay. Get on now, punters.
I feel like as it gets bigger, it's like it becomes a bit more important. I feel like for the last few years it was kind of thrown away as a bit of a hit and giggle kind of thing, which it still is, really. It's entertainment. But as it grows, I think it's like, do we need these clowns? That's the kind of feeling I get. So I don't know about next year. And yeah, it's interesting. I suppose as it grows, because at the moment, if you do watch the coverage tomorrow from 7 p.m, it's only of the 6th hole as the teams come through. So and we've got cameras around the other 5 holes. But I guess as it grows, you'd probably want to cover. It's just the expense, isn't it? It's so covering a golf event.
Golf's hard to.
It's so expensive, because you need cameras on every hole. I suppose 6 holes helps because that's a kind of 1/3 of what you usually have to cover over an 18-hole golf course.
Yeah,
so,
the way they've set it up, the course, you could potentially cover, between that 1, 2, and 3, a couple of cameras looking.
Yeah, they are covering Foxy's every hole. So every hole on Foxy's on, and Dan Hillier they are covering in terms of they will have a live camera feed, so we can cut to as he's going. So it's a bit like I think it's growing every year in terms of production as well.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be good. But we'll get to some odds on that later on because a lot of people say to me, first of all, they say, I can't believe the TAB put odds on the Black Clash. That's probably the biggest topic of conversation. And then they follow it with and on Chasing the Fox.
Yep.
Given you've got the kind of people involved that potentially just could go completely haywire.
Yeah, as you say, I think as the event gets a little bit bigger and bigger, the parameters around these things get a little bit tighter and tighter.
Right.
I know this year the amateurs, there's no handicaps involved.
Yeah.
It's all off the stick. So bookies don't have to worry about that because I remember, they do when they set the odds, but I remember the last couple of years we've been chasing people for handicaps. And, as this guy.
Just make it simple.
Yeah.
That's why I quite like it, and it's very simple in the fact it's an Ambrose format, but they've simplified it. It's like Kiwi Pong. We've just simplified it down to stop the argument. So there's no if they take your drive, everyone hits off the next ball.
Yep.
It's just this. Can't just make it simple. It's best ball.
Yep.
Kind of off the stick. Go for it. Anyway, let's go. Let's talk about last week. Any big winners from last week was of note?
I've got one from the soccer football desk. This is huge. $50 12-leg multi.
Okay.
Shortest leg was Paris Saint-Germain at $1.35. The longest leg, SSC Napoli at $2.30.
Okay, so this is a European 12-legger?
Yeah. It must be, is it Champions League, perhaps? I'm not sure. I don't know soccer football that well.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway.
It sounds like it. Sounds like it. Just run with it.
$50, 12 legs, $13,800.
Oh, my God. I'm so curious about... So curious about these people that make these bets, whether that's their only multi.
I think if you're putting 50 on that, like that, you're reasonably confident with your selections.
Yeah.
Obviously, something can go wrong horribly pretty quick, but...
And is that on win, loss, draw?
Just all head-to-head.
All head-to-head?
Well, in the match result market,
Yeah. Any draws in there that they picked?
No, all results.
Shit, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. But I'd love to know, whether they sprinkle a few around, like a few of the ones that are 50-50, whether they just... do another one where they split it over. I mean, it's worth it for $13,000.
I know.
Jesus. Anyway, okay, so let's get into this weekend then. We've obviously got the Black Caps running at the moment, this test match. How's the live betting going on that? Because I don't know if the precogs have said anything, but obviously last week we had a pretty good run on the unders and overs. I think it's a great thing to do in the test match, is get into those unders and overs. Because you can, if you know cricket, if you're a cricket nuffy, you can kind of get the vibe of the game. You know where it's going, like if they have teams have to tighten up or if they're playing a bit loose. And that's where the unders and overs, I think, is where it's at.
Well, here's a question to you then. What do you, based on the 24 runs you've seen so far from New Zealand, what do you think our first innings total is?
I reckon it is 350 plus. Can you get odds on that?
443.5 is the current first innings total for New Zealand.
443.5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite a lot.
Are you taking the unders or the overs on that?
Do you know what? We've only got 9 wickets. Not that Blair Tickner would have bought us plenty of runs. Ooh. Yeah, what's the price on that?
$1.90, I'm guessing.
$1.90. Shit, I might go. That's a tough one.
It's a lot of runs, right?
It's a lot of runs, but it's a bit of a road.
$1.87, Joe.
It's a bit of a road. I'm gonna go unders. I'm gonna go unders, but I don't know why I'm saying that. We've got Daryl Mitchell back. We've got Glenn Phillips back. So part of me wants to go overs. It all depends on this first session this morning, I guess. But that's the line. That
is the current first innings total line.
Shit. Okay.
There
we go. Wow.
Someone put $5,000 on the West Indies first innings runs total under 243.5. $1.87. So that's collected.
Oh, that's collected. Jeez, that's good. He would have been. I'll tell you what, they would have been nervous at 66 without loss.
Yep. Someone else has got 2K on Devon Conway over 30.5 at $1.87. So that's still live. That's still all right. 16 at the moment.
He looked all right. He looked all right last night. Looked the best he's looked in a while. In terms, still plays that punishing, drops his hand off and the bat when it angles in, which is a bit annoying. But that's not a bad punt.
You said before, what did you say, 350?
Yeah.
Did you put $1,000 on that by chance?
Can't say.
Someone has put $1,000 on NZ over 350.5 at $1.87. So they must have got that pretty early.
Yeah.
We've also had 1,000 on New Zealand to win at $1.20.
Oh, geez.
We've had 1,000 on the West Indies to win at $6.60.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
1,000 on the draw at $7.50 and 1,000 on the draw at $6.
Yeah. I look, no Blair Tickner. So we're down a bowler, which, as we saw in Christchurch, was... we're down 2 bowlers.
How many bowlers have we got left in this country?
I know. It's getting like that. It's getting like that. And that's... we talked about it yesterday on the commentary. It's like, what's the mindset of, say, the Duff man? Like, you must have him on ice, because if he goes down, that's pretty much Folkes is our strike bowler, and he's good Folkes, but maybe with the new pill. And then we've got, Shane Van Gisbergen and Michael Razor Ray, there in this first test. It's like, Carl Jamieson is still playing Plunkett Shield, so he's an option, but I think they're keeping him on ice just to get him ready for next year for the big 3. But who knows? But I
might not have a choice.
I haven't seen anything like it in terms of injuries of our fast bowlers.
I don't know if you guys have discussed this. I missed a couple of episodes this week. But can we not just chuck Kane Williamson the ball and just let him chuck some down?
He hasn't bowled in years and years.
Well,
so maybe potentially in his last test match at home, which is going to be in Tauranga at the Bay Oval, you chuck him the ball surely, like the kind of Ross Taylor farewell.
Yep.
And that's a good reminder, actually. If you are umming and ahhing about going to the test match in Wellington or in Tauranga, well, what should convince you is this is probably the last time you will see Kane Williamson in whites for New Zealand at home. So get along. And
if the bookies think New Zealand are going to score 400, there's a good chance Kane probably gets 200 of those.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. So, okay, so cricket-wise, there's some good numbers there. What else is going on? Is there anything else going on before we get to chasing the Fox?
Quickly on the NFL tomorrow, Tampa Bay Buccaneers $1.44 against the Atlanta Falcons, $2.85. The line's 4.5, total 44.5. The 2 running backs, Bijan Robinson and Bucky Irving, are the top favourites for touchdowns. Bucky Irving for the Bucks has scored 3 games straight. He's paying $2.20.
That's a good vibe punt, Bucky for the Bucks.
Yes. There's a couple of Leary multis flying around out here. $500 on the Seattle Seahawks -6.5. The Philadelphia Eagles -3.5. Bijan Robinson to score. Paris Saint-Germain to win either half in their game. Bucky Irving or Chris Goodwin to have 1 touchdown combined. And San Francisco 49ers -6.5. 500 on that to return
500.
a whopping close to 3K.
Oh, only 3K.
That feels
For a 500.
I put in a lot of effort for that.
Yeah, for a 500, I'm like, we're hoping for a $55,000 return.
There's another one here. I'm not going to go through all the legs, but it's overs, unders, NFL rushing yards.
Yeah.
Rushing and receiving yards. We've got 7 legs, 50 on to return 5,000.
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
And then a $25 3-leg same game multi with touchdown scorers. Sorry, 5-leg multi to return 3,800.
Yeah, okay. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Okay, shall we get into chasing the fox? Now, earlier in the week, put a video up of you. Team media have been what Jeremy describes as disrespected. Last year's champions, who last year I think they were paying like 50s last
51s, I think.
51s last year. But then out of nowhere, they took it out thanks to Mark Richardson actually, basically beating Foxy off the stick. This year you got them out at 101.
They opened at 101s. They're currently $81, and they are our worst result. So
yes.
I don't know what Di and Jerry and you guys have been up to.
Bryce Casey. Bryce Casey's joined the team, and to say he's a like for like to Mark Richardson would be very, very disrespectful to Mark Richardson because he's not. He's a handy golfer, Bryce, but he's no Mark Richardson. So I could see why they're blowing out the odds there.
Yeah, look.
Wells has got the yips around the green. That's all I'm going to say. His chipping and putting is horrific.
You mentioned it before. The format's changed a little bit. It's simplified.
Yeah.
There's no handicaps involved.
Yeah.
Foxy's got another partner.
Yes.
The other pros have
Pretty
all
handy
got partners.
Pretty handy partner in Dan Hillier.
Yeah, look.
They're not going to beat.
If Team Media win, I will
eat your hat.
Yeah, sure.
That Warriors hat.
Yeah.
You need to boil it up,
Yeah.
salt and pepper, and eat that hat.
Sure.
Okay.
I will eat my hat if Team Media win.
Okay. So, but obviously it's the pros that are favourites. You've got Foxy and Hillier at 230, came in from 250.
Correct. Yep. I thought that's very generous.
Yes.
From the bookies, considering
how informed they
form.
are. Yeah.
I was honestly expecting sort of $1.80, $1.90 when the odds opened there. The other pros, Kazuma Kabori and Luke Kwan at 375, Nick Voke and Taco Golf 450, and then Ben Campbell and Mac Boucher at $7. Nick Voke and Kazuma Kabori both been playing really good golf too in Australia the last couple of weeks, so wouldn't write them off completely.
Yeah, that's. I reckon any one of those 3 pairs is worth a little sprinkle.
Yep,
a little salt bay across those. I can't imagine. I can't imagine any of the sports teams or other teams getting near the pros. Surely.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Who's the closest? Who's the shortest odds out of the other teams in terms of rugby, cricket, football? I think there's the All-Star female team.
It'll be the She Loves Golf team because it is. So She Loves Golf is paying $9. They've got Amelia Garvey, who is a pro.
Yep.
She's a gun golfer.
Yeah.
So and then Black Caps at $19 are the first of the genuine sports teams.
Interesting. Who's in the Black Caps team? You got Ross Taylor, Nathan McCullum,
and Mitch Santner's come in.
Oh, Santner's come in. Okay,
he's a gun.
Yeah, that's changed the dynamic a little bit.
Yep. But yeah, there's plenty of options available. There's the outright. There's top 3 finish. There's top pairings, top teams. We've got player markets and the boys back in Wellington at the moment.
Working on
by
some
the time
power
you hear
plays.
By the time you hear this, should be some power plays available.
Yeah,
as well.
nice. Oh, excellent.
And hopefully one for us.
Okay, great. Because I think we should lay our 3-way 100% on chasing the fox.
Sorry.
Yep.
I've got some big bets this year.
On chasing the fox?
Chasing the fox.
Oh, Jesus.
So Foxy and Hillier yesterday were holding 70% of the money.
Yep.
Now at 54% of the money, so it's spreading out a little bit.
Really? Is it on the other pro teams?
Well, here you go. So there's Someone's put $1,000 on She Loves Golf to be the top team at 275. So that's pros removed.
Oh, okay.
So that's
even though they've got a pro on them.
Yeah, because it's still not officially a pro, one of the pro teams.
Right.
Someone's put 500 on She Loves Golf to win at $9.
Nice. That'd be a hell of a story.
We've had 500 on Nick Voke and Taco at 450.
Yeah.
And then 400 on Ryan Fox and Dan Hillier at 250.
Oh, okay. Are you allowed to? I know this is probably an obvious answer. Can you bet on yourself? And I know Wells did last year.
Yeah, I saw Eric Murray was in the DMs asking if he could bet on himself.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know.
If you bet on yourself to win, surely. I think if you're betting on yourself to tank, but then how do you tank it? Yeah. So it's interesting. What's the rules? Because obviously jockeys can't.
Jockeys can't.
I think I'm
not sure if it's an official sanctioned tournament.
Yeah, it's not. So it's not a PGA tournament, so there's probably no rules around it.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't know. I'm not sure. Be smart, people, is what I'll say.
Okay, well, I'll just say...
be smart.
Yeah, be smart and be maybe a bit subtle about it. So
be smart.
Be smart. Be subtle. Don't crow about it, okay? Don't crow about your win. So as Wells sinks his putt, don't fist pump and say you put $1,000 on media in the interview afterwards. Just keep it to yourself. Okay. Rightio, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with Grab a Pen.
Pause the podcast now and grab a pen for the hottest tips from around the TAB office.
Rightio, the sicko went down last week.
Yeah, I watched it live with him at our Christmas party.
Yeah. Oh, how was that? Did it ruin the Christmas party for him?
It did, yeah. For both of us. It wasn't great.
He's always the first one, though. That's the problem with going on the trots.
He puts himself out there.
He does.
We love the sicko.
He does. The fact that he puts himself out there. So he's what was the mark last week? What will we give ourselves?
Be a B plus maybe. So sicko no good. Whiteack came second. Love Symbol third.
Yeah.
Itching to Go was a winner.
Yeah.
Grafter Burner's a winner.
Yeah.
Wrigley Field came third. Where we got let down, Maldini in that same race as Wrigley Field was DFL.
Ooh. Okay.
So, B plus?
Yeah, I think so.
2 winners?
Yeah, 2 winners. If there's winners in there, you're starting to talk. Okay, so Sicko's back for more.
He is. Addington, race 5, number 10, Dynasty for your man Lane Bob Butt.
Oh, yep.
At $5 and $1.85. Sicko says just needs to get the start right.
Right, okay.
Should be okay. Joe's lost his guts over there.
Just get the start right. Yeah, that's important. Get the start right. Okay, into the thoroughbreds.
Thoroughbreds, let's go Te Rapa, race 1, number 1, La Dorada at $2.70 and $1.30. Group 1 winner. She struggled in Oz earlier in the spring, but she's come back, had a spell, gets a 3 kg claim.
Yeah.
Should be back in the winner's circle, I would imagine, here. Then we go to Eagle Farm. Kalua Koi, race 2, $4.50 and $1.80. Race 3, number 7, One Day at a Time, $2.25 and $1.22. Race 5, number 16, Balance the Books at $1.85 and $1.18. I don't want anyone coming at me for backing favourites this week, please.
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
There's some juice coming. Pakenham, race 1, number 1, He's Regal, $2.60 and $1.30. And then Pakenham, race 2, number 1, a horse that we've taken and won with multiple times, Chocolates, $6 and $2.35, out to a more comfy distance at that 2,500.
Yeah.
1 from 1 in the distance, and there should be an easier field for Chocolates to navigate.
Excellent. We'll stick those. If you want to follow us in, we'll be getting on those. Follow us in on Instagram or Facebook. We'll post those today. Rightio. Let's a truncated one because we've focused heavily on Chasing the Fox, which is tomorrow. Make sure you tune in TV1 from 7 p.m. Follow us along on the socials as well. If you're listening from overseas, go to the DAZN. You can watch it on there, or you can. It's DZAN. Is that DAZN? Yeah. And if you're in Australia, I believe it's on Fox over there. KO. I don't know. I can't understand all
How
this.
do you reckon these marketing, who decided these brand names?
KO.
DAZN, KO.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nothing. Are they acronyms?
I don't know. The DAZN one for me, if you said spell DAZN, I'd be like Dazone.
Yeah.
And KO, and what's the other one? Stan Sports over in Australia as well. I mean, I don't mind Stan because it just plays rugby and league, and it's kind of dudes focused sport. KO, don't know what that is, but anyway, if you're an Aussie, it's on KO as well. Should be a good time for that. But given that, we're going to make our three-way a very chasing the fox focused three-way. Karl, what are you going for?
I am going to take Ryan Fox and Dan Hillier to win at $2.30.
I think that's
I did ask earlier
bet.
in the week if we could take $2.50.
It's a good bet. What about Joe? What are you going for?
I'm going to go Team Classic All Blacks to beat Team Warriors.
Ooh, okay, so you're talking Laumapi, Reid, and Cullen.
Yep, so Christian Cullen.
Against Wade Egan,
Ooh.
Sean Johnson,
Ooh.
Chanel Harris-Tavita.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm backing Kieran Reid on that.
Okay. Well, yeah, it'd be rude not to actually bet Kieran Reid. Speaking of Kieran Reid, we've got a podcast out with him today, actually.
That's one of the great segues, boys. Well done.
Well done. Called Blast from the Past.
That's why he's a professional.
Blast from the Past, which is actually, you'd be interested in one. It's all about the 2011 Rugby World Cup semi-final against Australia. The game that everyone was more nervous about than the final, because everyone knew that France was in the final. We faced an Australia that beat us. They won the Tri-Nations. They beat us just before the tournament.
That's right.
They had Quade Cooper. They had Pocock. They were crowing and playing pretty well. And then we went to Eden Park, played 9 o'clock at night. That night, people were absolutely steam trained because they preloaded too early and the kickoff wasn't till 9. So the entire country was wasted. And then we just completely shut them out. I can remember they shut down Pocock. Everyone played a blinder. Izzy Dag and Corey Jane and Richard Kahui were the bomb squad at the back and dropped nothing.
Was that the Izzy Dag Superman try?
Oh, no, I think that was the one he gave the rugby league ball back inside to Ma'anonu to score.
Oh,
I think that was pretty much the
I don't
only
really
try.
remember that game, actually.
It was you remember that one moment where the up and under went up and Quade Cooper took it and Richard Kahui snotted him.
Yes.
Absolutely snotted. And we shut them out. And I think it was 20-3 or something. And we just we only scored one try, but we just dominated them.
20-6.
20-6, yeah. And Kieran Reid, he talks about it, and he talks about how the fact that how much Aussies just chirp you no matter what, even if they're losing by 50, they're just chirping away and constantly. And we talk also about targeting players and whether the All Blacks ever used one player as motivation, i.e. Quade Cooper. And they said, no, they don't really. But in the back of your mind, you are, if you get a chance, you're going to knock them. And he was saying that there was some dirty stuff going on from the Aussies. He had a high ankle sprain, and then some of the rucks, he could feel the players trying to twist his ankle. Jeepers. Just dirty, dark arts like that, and about how much they focused on this game. And that's why we focus on it with this Blast from the Past series, because it's kind of forgotten. Yeah, because most New Zealanders were nervous about this because they thought after we thrashed France in the pool play, they got beaten by Tonga in pool play.
Yeah, I was at that game.
Everyone thought they're going to smoke France. So this was the game that everyone was focusing on. So it's a good deep dive into that one. And even Kieran, he can't remember much of the game because he had a head clash with Samo and basically can't remember the second half. So and he can't believe that they both got up and kept on playing because he said he rewatched the game for the podcast and he was like, Jesus, how the hell did I get up from that?
Man.
So anyway,
and you also make him pick who would win a game between that 2011 All Blacks team
against Australia,
against Australia and the 2015 World Cup winning team.
You'd be surprised by his answer. I was expecting him to sit on the fence.
2015.
Yeah. Well, you have to listen. You'll have to listen to hear Kieran Reid's answer for that. It's on the agenda feed right here. So make sure you download it over the weekend and have a listen. Right, I'm going for, will you accept the $1.62? Because yes. I have to go into this for the three-way. I'm going to go Team All Whites over Team Media. I just don't think Team Media have got the... After I slagged you off for giving them massive odds, I just don't know if they've got the chops this year under pressure with Dye. I've seen Dye's game. I'm pretty familiar with Wells's game. And I was pretty familiar with Brigger's game, how he plays. I've seen him play a few times. Bryce Casey's not too bad, but he's no Mark Richardson. And the All Whites are dark horses. I think they play a lot of golf. They're athletes, current athletes as well.
Yes,
I might add. So I'm going to go for them, but they're paying $1.62.
Repeating as champions is the hardest thing to do in sports.
Exactly, yeah. It's a hard for the repeat. There's a lot of pressure on them. There's a lot of chat going on. So if we multi all those together, which I don't think you can do generally, but if we put it into a power play...
Yeah, so you can't actually do it, but given who I work for, I've got some contacts.
You made some contacts?
It's not up as a recording, but it will be up.
Yep.
My understanding is that they're going to give us, normally it would be $3.50.
Yep.
They're going to give us $5.
Oh, hell yeah. $5 for that three-way. And
Yeah.
people can follow us in on the Power Play there?
Yeah.
Okay, go to the Power Plays.
Once it's live, I hope.
Go to the Power Play on Chasing the Fox. And by the time you listen to this, go in there and follow in our three-way, which is Fox and Hillier, Team Classic All Blacks over the Warriors, and All Whites over Team Media at $5.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Sweet. Excellent. Thanks, Karl. I will see you out at Chasing the Fox tomorrow.
Pumped.
Look forward to it. The weather looks magnificent. Bit of a breeze, though.
Tomorrow, like, of all the day, like, this whole
Yeah.
week is amazing. And then tomorrow's shit-ass wind. I've just come from Wellington. I live in this shit.
It is. That wind is going to be tricky. That messed with so many people last year.
Yeah.
That TAB pavilion, you were familiar with, that took an absolute pounding last year as people kept hooking it into that pavilion. So I think it's more of the same tomorrow. So that's going to be tricky to see how the amateurs deal with that. Anyway, thanks very much, Karl. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everyone. Happy punting.
Cheers, boys.
The ACC Sportsbook, thanks to the TAB.